Post-op day 23. For those who are new to the channel, I lost 158 pounds in a year and had a bunch of loose skin, so I had to get it removed. But first off, let's talk about the last surgery, which was the gyno one, because I've noticed that I have feeling again absolutely everywhere. There's just a tiny little spot that I'm missing here, but even both of my nipples, I have this one a lot more, this one's still a little bit less sensation, but it's cool though to see that it's finally coming back, because what I said yesterday on my stomach, starting, so I feel here, right here. Starting, so pretty much there's like a very line. So right under my rib cage, yeah, that's where it is. So right under my rib cage, there's no sensation whatsoever. I can feel like the pressure, but that's kind of it. Till the actual incision line, and then right under, then it's fine again. So that's pretty interesting. So this was 19 cc's yesterday, which means it's under, but it's not close enough for me to be happy about it. So we're gonna go and get a lymphatic massage today to start with that. And then I have my real first actual therapy session post the intake. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll be super honest, if this worked, if it didn't, if maybe this isn't the right therapist for me, I have no idea. I've never been through this before. But I do have to say that ever since I talked about it at first, ever since I mentioned that it was a thing, ever since I went really open with the fact that I was struggling, it definitely feels like there's a weight off my shoulders. So maybe just that was enough. And maybe that's how I've been doing my own version of therapy before, you know, engaging in real therapy. I don't know. But I have to eat breakfast and then we're gonna go. Another cool thing is definitely the fact that I'm definitely finally starting to have a little bit less water here. So that's exciting. Let's go weigh myself and then we'll head to the massage. I drank a metric ton of water last night, so I'm surprised it was this low.
You need anything higher?
Oh, no, I'm good.
You happy?
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay, so sorry, when do we get to see our incisions?
Next week. But if you look here, like in between, they're barely visible already.
Yeah.
Like, homie's a god.
I'm not surprised.
I swear.
That's so exciting.
Yes. I think I was always more pumped for the back surgery than I was for the front.
Really?
Because my back is like so much more prominent. Like my flanks you carry all of my fat, right?
Yeah. Ooh, we're spicy over here. Don't mind me just poking at your abdomen and calling it spicy.
Not that type of content.
No. I mean, maybe we could make it. We'll trend our own. Only drains. It's fine. I'm funner.
That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we do any lymphatic when we were at home by yourself, like I taught you to? Let me guess. No.
Like 5 minutes at a time for like.
Okay, but we did some.
I mean, in theory.
So no.
Not really.
Cool. It's my advice.
I've just been so tired lately. Like I'm sleeping like 2 to 3 hours a night right now. It's fucked.
That's it?
Yeah, I can't sleep more.
Are you taking anything to help you sleep?
No, I should.
Even just like magnesium? Are you allowed to start taking supplements again?
Yeah,
okay.
already back on. And I am taking magnesium, but fuck all. Like I need like Seroquel or something. I'm gonna knock me the fuck out.
Just get your girlfriend to just every night before bed. Does it feel weird only having one drain in?
No, it's just annoying.
Yeah, you're over it.
Yeah, very.
Every day, do you just wake up and you're like, fuck it, at this point, let's just pull it out?
Like, every hour. So I got back from the massage and I did the whole therapy thing. And we talked about some pretty cool stuff, but there's one thing I'm gonna show you that like no other YouTubers show you. And it's, I think, going to play a very big effect on just my mental state of being. And it's so incredibly simple. And yeah, I'll show you guys, you'll understand right away. So this is what my YouTube space looks like. It's not, like the space looks super glamorous when I shoot in it, because that's how YouTube spaces are designed. It's supposed to look very flashy, whatever. But all it is, I have my key light, I have 2 LEDs when I turn them on. And this is literally just tin foil, by the way, that I just scrunched up and like put against this room divider thing. Because when you light them together, it creates this really cool effect. And when I light this one up, see? It's really that simple. There's no like crazy magic to it. But the big change here is this. This window used to be completely covered in like a complete blackout thing. So I was sitting in the dark for like literally like 10 to 12 hours a day at my computer, doing the coaching stuff, sitting in the dark. And I think that that was playing an effect on me more than I realized, because today was the first day that I opened up the window and it's been bright in here, and I just feel like I have more energy already. Like, weird. Sunlight, crazy, right? So I thought about it, and I don't know that I'll maybe even ever be ready to just record the therapy sessions like I originally wanted to and then post them in these videos, because I feel as though, and it might just be me, probably not, but whenever you know something is being recorded, you might not act 100% unfiltered. And even though I feel like I'm a lot better at it than I ever was, I still think that, you know, it's almost like out of a sense of self-preservation, that we might use different words that we would have if we know that something's being recorded, right? Like it's the same way that I could be having a totally normal conversation, and the second that a CTV camera is in front of my face for a television interview, I'm gonna start talking differently. But I have to say that, like, I think that, I mean, the therapy session that I had, again, it was more of like a goal setting this time. Like the first meeting we had was like an assessment. The second one is goal setting and sort of like what we're going to be tackling. And I feel like even though through all that, we still had some really good conversations, and like made me almost a little bit understand why I am the way that I am. Okay, I wrote them down. I hate talking about this subject online, and for whatever reason, it's easier for me to talk to an empty camera because there's nobody else in the room right now. And even though, I mean, I know Taylor would never judge me for it, it still feels a little weird recording videos in front of her. And I think I'll be able to translate a lot of these talking points that I'm gonna have with the therapy to real content, because if I struggle with something, I know that we probably live in a simulation, and a lot of other people are struggling with the same thing. So one thing that I'm gonna talk about, and this is gonna require probably several YouTube videos just solely on this subject, but while I was at my fattest and while I was single for a long period of time, pornography is something that was a very big problem for me. And again, to be incredibly fucking transparent, is definitely not something that I've been able to kick to the curb completely, which is idiotic considering how my views on pornography is that it's literally destroying society. So you can see how that's an internal battle on its own, and just talking about this right now is making me feel incredibly weird, knowing that thousands of people are going to be watching this. Yay! And after we talked about that, my therapist was like, mentioned that that's why we're going to be really diving into understanding why I act and am the way that I am, so that we can then modify the behaviors. Other things that we had talked about is the reason why she thinks that I'm able to be so transparent and authentic in the way that I do things is because of the environment that I grew up in. Like, it's the reason why I was never fully. It's the reason why right now in today's society, there's so many people that are completely polarized, like, either by religion or politics, or, you know, like the extreme left versus the extreme right. And I was able to stay very, very neutral and share thoughts from, you know, both sides of the aisle because of the way that I grew up, where I have a black father, I have a white mother, one of my parents leans more liberal, one of my parents leans more conservative, and because of that, I grew up in an environment that held space for differences and for constructive arguments. And when she was saying that, I was like, damn, that's actually really cool. I never thought of it that way. And I think that if somehow I can make some form of content to stimulate discussion, I think that could have a lot of benefit for a lot of people. Not necessarily just in the realm of politics or religion, but like when we're going to talk about porn addiction and food addiction and every other thing. If we can at least start the discussion on some of the harder subjects that we aren't willing to talk about, that might help a lot of people. Probably would. I know it would have helped me back then. Shit. Here's something not a lot of people know about me. Before all of this started, before the weight loss, before any of this, when I was at my fattest, I made a video. I think it was a story. I can try to find it. But in this story or video, I said, like, I'm not gonna watch porn for 30 days. I'm gonna work out for 30 days. I'm gonna drink my water for 30 days. And it's like essentially like this pledge of what I'm gonna do for the next 30 days. And that shifted into, I'm gonna do a bodybuilding show. So there's definitely something there. I just unfortunately let it sort of creep back into my life. That one thing, unfortunately. And look, like I've said, like, I am not sponsored by BetterHelp. They are trying to sponsor me, and I said, I'm going to try this out first. And I fully acknowledge, and even the therapist that I was talking to today, one of the things that we talked about, I was like, look, I'm sure you've seen it online that there's some really negative reviews about BetterHelp. And she said, yeah, there are some bad therapists on this app, just like there's bad therapists in real life. And I couldn't agree more, and that applies to everything else in life. So I think that no matter what service you do, I think that at least the fact that it's accessible is great, but I haven't made up my mind yet fully. We still have a bunch of time before I make up my decision. But if something as simple as this can at least make me think about having these discussions, I mean, maybe some of you might not even need the service anymore because I'm gonna stimulate this for you, which hopefully I do. That'd be fucking cool. But yeah, sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent there. All of this to say, life happens quick, and I think sometimes we just need to slow down and think about why things are the way they are. And if more of us did that, I think we wouldn't be in the position that we are. I think we're capable of achieving a lot more than we ever give ourselves credit for. And the second that we realize that, we become unstoppable. That's what happened to me on August 6, 2023, and that's what I know can happen to a lot of you the second you decide to make that change. Not even that change, the second that you acknowledge the fact that you are more or destined to be more than what you are today. And that's a pretty powerful statement, I think, in my opinion. So for those who stayed till the end, you guys are cool as fuck. If you want to drop any emoji in the comment, just so I know that you actually stayed till the end and listened to this whole rant, that'd be pretty cool. Other than that, thank you, as always. I think I'm always gonna say thank you at the end of every video because I genuinely appreciate every single person that consumes this content. It gives me a reason why to wake up tomorrow and start filming again. but as always, oh shit, let's change the world together. And let's hope this fucking drain comes out tomorrow too.